All right, today let's talk about the Democratic presidential candidates. Here's Michael Bennett. He's my senator from Colorado. He has not yet qualified for the third debate. He was the superintendent of schools in Denver. Um, the schools in Denver aren't really that great, so, you know, wouldn't really recommend him. He's probably going to drop out soon. We got Joe Biden, who's actually leading the polls at 30%. He does know Barack Obama, although Barack Obama has not endorsed him yet. Um, He's been making a lot of weird statements, stuff like we trust truth over facts. Uh, he's been in office for a very long time. He's changed his positions a lot, which, some might say is a good thing, others might say he's just trying to get reelected. I don't know. Uh, would not let him around small kids. This is Cory Booker. He likes to be called Spartacus because of a thing he said when he revealed some information he thought was classified, but actually wasn't. He was the mayor of Newark. If you ever been in Newark, not really that great. Um, but he probably inherited most of his problems. Humane Society likes him, so you know that's pretty good, I guess. This is Pete Buttigieg. He's probably the best educated candidate out there. He is openly gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Um, he's mayor of South Bend. Wasn't really too successful of a mayor, but he did win re-election by 80%, so you got that. He actually seems pretty logical when you listen to him talk, but you break down his ideas with like a few more layers, you start to find some flaws in the underlying assumptions. This is Bill de Blasio. He's not really popular, even in his own city. I think he has like 11% approval rating. He mostly just panders to identity politics. This is John Delaney. I actually kind of liked him a lot more than the other guys, but he's not super popular. Um, he's from Maryland, he's an entrepreneur. He's probably your closest thing you got to a classical Democrat right now. This is Tulsi Gabbard. She's actually pretty cool, but, don't let that fool you. She's a genuine human being, but she still has terrible ideas. At least she's a nice person. People have said she was a Russian agent because she destroyed Kamala Harris in the debate, but that's probably just because they like Kamala Harris. This is Kamala Harris. Her most notable achievement, in my opinion, is being destroyed by Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, she has a pretty bad record. She was the state prosecutor in California. She tried to or she withheld evidence that would have freed an innocent man until Arnold Schwarzenegger had to tell her to, let them do a DNA test on him that proved he was innocent. And in my opinion, that's basically murder. So already right at the bat, she's basically an authoritarian. She's actually pretty popular, polling at 9%. And according to John Stossel, she has the most expensive domestic agenda. It's like $4 or $5 trillion a year or something ridiculous. And her father hates her. Her father, he's like a lawyer or something. Um, but one time on the podcast, Kamala Harris talked about how she used to smoke weed at a time that she would have been locking up people for weed. And that's probably a really terrible thing to do. This is Beto O'Rourke. My girlfriend really likes him because she's Hispanic and his name is Beto. Somehow he lost to Ted Cruz in the Senate race. I'm not really a big fan of either of them, but I feel like Ted Cruz is an easy target. He's pulling at 2% in the polls. A lot of Californians really like him. He really likes illegal immigrants and that type of thing. Probably not really that good of a person as he was a drunk driver and arrested for burglary, but he can skateboard. This is Bernie Sanders. He's probably the most socialist, or he was the pioneer of socialism in the US democracy. I don't think he's ever really had an actual job besides being the mayor and senator, and I think he was even governor of Vermont. Yeah. He likes to talk about like the Norwegian model a lot for like a large welfare state, but I don't think he really understands how that's funded with the intensive free market they have over there and some of the problems they have. Sports Medicare for all. He's probably going to win the DNC primary, in my opinion. This is Elizabeth Warren. She claimed to be Native American to get into Harvard. It, a lot of people don't really know if that helped her out, but I'm gonna bet it did. because she was the first Native American ever made to Harvard. She's got she's probably most likely closest related to your mom, I would say. And she took a genetic test to see how Native American she was, and she found out she had less Native American DNA, like background, like the Native American DNA in people was higher than what she had. So, you know, her claims that she's Native American probably aren't super true. Maybe about 6 generations ago at the earliest. This is Andrew Yang. Uh, a lot of people just kind of point out that the Democrats are just trying to give away money to win, and so he took that literally, and he is doing a UBI. It's not actually really that insane of a concept, but it does have some serious problems that he hasn't addressed yet. You're liked by Elon Musk, and so you should probably really consider thinking about a lot of his policy positions. Although I don't know if Elon Musk likes him because of his policy positions or because he said he was willing to change his mind, which is probably the most important thing of a candidate so far. He wants a value-added tax, which actually is pretty common in Europe. I don't think it would work out too well though. And I think he's a pretty nice guy. I just think some of his underlying assumptions about automation, artificial intelligence, and the option of that in implementation in our economy are wrong. But he's still probably the best choice.